Some sort of reward. Sorry, I didn't clear my storage, so we have a part two. um, you think one day I'll learn, right? I'll learn eventually. um, okay, there's a shocking element, but there's something being made right. Okay, this is something that's just. This is something that's fair. After some sort of ending, especially if it was something painful, some sort of painful ending, some sort of there's going to be, or there's been a reckoning of some sorts. There's been some sort of transformation within the self or outside of the self. Okay, there's even a possibility for one or two of you here that there is some sort of message about someone else's transformation, or someone is going to be telling you about some sort of transformation. Okay, this is something that has moved slowly. This is something that has built over time. This could be connection with someone as well with the Page of Cups. Doesn't have to be. I'm just trying to go over all the different things that it could be here. The justice system, connection, your own spiritual growth, okay? There's definitely spiritual transformation here, though. Okay, there was a lot of deconstructing and reconstructing that happens. Something very sudden coming in. I'm going to tap further into this. Can I get more information on this Tower card, please? Can I get more information on this Tower card, please? Okay, you've had some sort of you've been very mentally disciplined. There's been a lot of, I'm hearing constitution. But not constitution as in building, constitution as in like doing. Constitute. Is that like making, constitute is like making whole, or making substantial, constitute. I wish that I had a dictionary that I could just frickin', I gotta do that. I gotta grab a dictionary so that every time that this happens, I can just pop open the book, you know, find whatever it is, so that I could really connect it to the message, pull it into the message. But yeah, constitute. Something about something being constituted here. Okay, oh, the Death card again. The Tower and the Death card. Ooh. This is a sudden ending or a sudden transformation. Can I get more information on the Tower card? The Ten of Wands. Okay, there's something that you've been carrying, something that's been very heavy. It could have involved other people. There's something about passivity, okay, something that you were passive on, something someone else was passive on, something that was in the past that you have forgotten about, or something like that. Or there's something that's been weighing on you. Like there's something that's being released. With the Page of Cups, the Ten of Wands, there's something that's going to be put down. There's something that happens or comes in that's going to suddenly give you reprieve or relieve you from some sort of heaviness, some sort of burden, some sort of blockage. Okay, and it could have involved a group of people, or this is two or more people here. Okay. This is really interesting. I have no idea. Like, I'm thinking about my own personal life, and I'm like, what could this be pertaining? But with the Five of Wands in the reverse, like, this could really be something that has slipped the mind, or something that has been like, there's been, you know, this internal growth, this internal control, constituting of some sort of internal discipline, right? Some sort of self-discipline that maybe you worked through something, whatever this is. Okay, with the Ten of Wands, though, the Justice card and the Judgment card, it feels like this is something related to the past. But if not, this is something that has been very burdensome for you, or something very heavy on your shoulders, something that has been a blockage, something that you feel like you had to do all on your own, okay, with the Queen of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. This is something that, or maybe this is something, it doesn't even have to be a burden or a blockage. This could just be something that, again, you've done all on your own, and you've had to carry the weight of this, and you've done a long and hard job. Like, I feel like this is something that has taken a lot of time, whatever is coming in. Okay, whatever this justice is, especially this emotional justice or this intuitive justice, something about your divine channel, something about channeling, okay, something about your gifts. Maybe you're having some sort of new gift that's awakening here, seeing something clearly, like maybe you're opening, like if you are clairvoyant, maybe now you're gaining clairaudience, or if you were a clairaudient, now you're gaining clairsentience or something. I don't know. Just examples, right? Okay. but there's something that you've really worked long and hard for. Like you've put in a lot of, this is blood, sweat, and tears. Okay. It could have been burdensome at times. This could have been heavy at times. It could have felt like a blockage at times, or maybe right now you feel blocked. Maybe there's some sort of creative block or a blockage in some sort of path or direction. Okay, something is going to suddenly change. It's going to seem sudden. That's the thing. But it's not, it's because it's unexpected. But it's not sudden because there has been lots of time, energy, resources put into this, lots of focus put into this, and a lot of self-control and self-discipline put into whatever this is. So it's going to seem very sudden because it is unexpected, but it's something that you have been diligently working towards. Okay, with the Hanged Man, there is something that you have surrendered, or you've surrendered to a new path, or you are going to be surrendering to a new path. Like this is something that's out of your control. With the Judgment card, the Death card, the Tower card, and the Hanged Man, this is something that's not in your control, but it's something positive. It's something positive. Okay, it's something substantial. It's something grounded. So now I'm starting to feel with the Page of Pentacles, with all the Pentacles here, I am starting to feel like this is something physical. This is something material. I wanted to read out what we have on the board so far, sign-wise. We have Libra, we have Leo, we have Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and we have Scorpio. Emphasis on Capricorn, emphasis on Scorpio. Okay. This is big, though. This is something big. This is big energy, like all of it together. The thing that happens might be it. Oh yeah, it might be big. Whatever happens, it's something that you've been manifesting. Again, lots of diligence, lots of time, energy, and resources. Lots of blood, sweat, and tears. Like I think you have put your everything into something, and something is finally manifesting. Like something's coming to fruition. And we have the Six of Swords in the reverse. This might be something related to the past, or you like worked on something really hard in the past and then you let it go, and something's coming back to you. And I heard tenfold, but I don't really like to use that. I feel like that's something that a lot of tarot readers say, tenfold, or just people of spirituality in general. But there is something that's being repaid. Okay, there is something that has ended. There's something that has been painful in the past, and there's something that's being reawakened. There's something that's being transformed. Whether you are currently working on something, or something is currently feeling burdensome or like a weight, or it was something of the past that you've removed yourself from. Whatever it is, it's going to be different for each and every one of you here. This is something that's tied to the past, whether it's past work that you've done, whether it's past connections that you've had, whether it's past thoughts that you've transformed. There's something of the past that's transforming. And I feel like, it's even you that's transforming. It's a perspective. It's a worldview that's transforming or has transformed. Like you're seeing things very differently than you used to here. Okay. Be wary of burnout. If there's anything that needs to end, let it end. If there's anything that's really spinning your wheels, let yourself relax and take time. Take care of your body at this time. Okay. Unwind in peaceful ways. Unwind in ways that aren't taking of your energy. Okay. Can I get more information on this Tower card, Spirit? I'm gonna put those there. More information on this Tower card. Three of Pentacles, Three of Swords. I don't know. There's something about a past situation. Oh, and we have they came out together. I put them in differently. I always separate my cards, that they came out together again, because the Hanged Man was right in front of the Page of Pentacles on the deck. Okay, Three of Pentacles, Three of Swords, though. Seven of Wands, Five of Wands, Knight of Swords. There's something about group situation here. Okay, this could have been at work for some of you, but it doesn't have to be. This does involve two or more people besides you. There was something painful. There was some sort of heart, like you had to stand up for yourself. You had to fight for yourself. There was a lot of like different opinions or different voices, different I just heard aggressions involved as well with the Knight of Swords, the Five of Wands, aggressions. There was different, opinions, aggressions, viewpoints, energies, a lot involved in a situation that was painful, that it's like other people work together against you, or it just felt that way, or it definitely at the very least felt that way, but it definitely could have been exactly what the situation was, is that there was people that they kind of teamed up behind your back. There was something that you weren't seeing, and even if you didn't know about this, it could, like, if for some of you, for those of you that didn't know about this is something that could be like a message that could be coming towards you. You're getting some sort of justice for whatever this is. Okay. You like took on the burden of something that was that shook your foundation. It kind of, you had an ego death, some sort of transformation through it. It was very heavy. It was very hurtful. You took on the responsibility or the accountability or the burden of some sort of situation that involved multiple people. It's like you took this on. There was some sort of burnout that went on here. And you felt like you had to stand up for yourself, like you took a burden on. It seems like, but you still stood up for yourself. You were still strong in your convictions. Okay, there could have been words like passed back and forth between people towards you or about you or both. Or okay, there was something. Wow, what is this? There was something that was clashing. There was definitely clashing of energies here, like. There's something about dislike. There's something about people not liking each other, whether it was you towards another person towards you, other people towards you, you're towards other people. I'm not sure, okay? There's a lot, this is a lot of different energy here. Take it as it resonates. There was something that you're being rewarded for transforming, for having the self-control and self-discipline to transform the way that you respond to certain situations and the way that you allowed things to end. Okay, and the way that you moved away from something. It's like you're being rewarded for whatever this transition that you've made, whatever this is, you're being rewarded for. Like you've really grown from a situation, out of a situation, okay, through a situation, and it's evident, and it's becoming substantial. It's being constituted in the physical. I hope I'm using that word correctly. It came through very loudly, so I gotta use it. But the Page of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. And the Six of Wands, the King of Cups. There's something about vulnerability. There's something about openness, okay? Open-mindedness, open emotions, being calm. Whenever this comes in, be sure that you have gratitude, first and foremost. But also that you really look at it and really pat yourself on the back here with the Page of Pentacles. Really feel into the reward. Feel into, this is something that you did. This is from your own work, okay? You've triumphed over something. There's success here. Sorry, there's something on my tongue. Sorry, I think it was a hemp seed. But there's something that you have triumphed over, triumphed against. I was picking up in the last reading something about adversity or against the odds. Okay, there was some sort of resistance. And I do feel it was coming from external, outside of you. Okay. Someone tried to like knock you off balance, or someone tried to knock you out of your stability, your structure. And you chose to go in and take this on so that you could transform, so that you could transmute this energy, so that you could alchemize this energy into something else, and you have done so successfully. Okay, you've done so very successfully. There's something about stoicism. When this reward comes in, I think there's like a message here to kind of keep something to yourself, possibly. Okay, whatever you've manifested, at least in the beginning stages with the Page of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. Like, this is something that you have worked for. This is something that you have grown. You're just waiting on the fruits of the labor. When the fruit comes in, you might need to be a little quiet about it. Like, don't be boastful or bragging. Don't be condescending or anything like that. I'm not saying you would be, but like, just, being mindful, being wary of how you present yourself. Okay. Yeah, you don't have to be quiet about it necessarily, but don't be arrogant about it, and don't be like, la la la, like, oh my god, like, when you're by yourself at home, of course, absolutely, fucking celebrate. But when you're around other people, there's a need to just be like a quiet confidence with what you have achieved, what you have grown, what the milestone that you have reached. Okay, there's something just to be, it's something positive. This tower is positive. It's unexpected, but it's going to take weight off of your shoulders. It's going to be like, like it's going to be like a finally. There's a relief here. There's some sort of large relief coming in. Wow, and I'm getting a lot of goosebumps too. You deserve this. This is something that you deserve. Okay? With the Page of Cups, the King of Cups, the Hanged Man, and the Strength card, there's something about vulnerability and honesty. There's something about being down to earth with the Hanged Man and the Strength card. There's something, and all of this earth energy. There's something about being down to earth, consistent, honest, like integrity. Like you have upheld your integrity throughout pain, throughout the blood, sweat, and tears, throughout burdens, throughout responsibility, even taking maybe something that wasn't yours onto your own shoulders. Like you've been very persistent despite the weights of the world, despite the gravity of situations. You've been very upright. You've been very clear-headed. You've very much been self-disciplined. Wow, this is really impressive. Collective, whoever you are, this is very impressive. Congratulations. Whatever you have done, or whatever even if you haven't, like, you're not seeing this reward quite yet, I think this isn't happened yet. Unless it's happening right now for you, but I feel as though this is something that's coming in. Congratulations before it even comes in for the work that you've done. I mean, personally, I'm very proud of you for whatever you have done here. You've been very diligent. You've been very hardworking. You've been very focused. You've put a lot of energy and effort into this, and it's to staying upright, to staying to your morals, your values, to not falling to, I heard not falling prey, to not fall into temptation or to the wayside as well. Like it seems as though you've always gotten yourself back up and readjusted your perspective, calmed your emotions. You're very understanding of your perspective on something. You're very understanding on how to mentally deal with a situation, okay? And you're very emotionally balanced when it comes to this. You know how to express yourself and when to express yourself. You deserve whatever it is that's coming through. So I'm proud of you and congratulations, because this is a big energy. What comes through is going to feel a little bit big, but it's like you have big stuff surrounding you on all sides. You have grounded up above, okay? So there's whatever's going on in your home life or your external life, it feels like it's stable, or at least you feel, even if it's something's still being shaken up, or like pieces are still falling into place, you yourself on the surface in your physical 3D reality, you feel stable, you feel secure, you feel connected to the earth, you feel connected to your values, okay? And then on the left side here, on the feminine side, we have strength, we have self-expression, we have creativity, we have power, okay? There's a lot of feminine power here, and control and discipline over the feminine side. On the right side, we have this big energy of manifestation, of having the tools, knowing when to use them, and using them correctly. We have efficiency, okay? So you're being sandwiched by this energy of personal power, okay? And inside, and then we have the Hanged Man underneath, okay? We have this calmness, we have this calmness, we have this centeredness, we have this openness, okay? So it's like you're very open at this time for new structure, okay? Or for new building, new life, right? Oh, and we also have up above, it says grounded energy with a Justice card. You're feeling like things are balanced in the physical. And in your feminine, you're feeling very able to assert yourself. You're feeling very assertive and very confident. And on your masculine side, you're feeling very confident within your manifestation abilities and the way that you present yourself in the world and the connection you have to the physical and the spiritual world at the same time. Okay, and inside there's some big transformation that has happened inside, and that it's coming to a close, and bringing with it some sort of reward, some sort of substantial evidence of the work that you have done, of the blood, sweat, and tears, time, energy, and resources that you have put into something. It's going to feel very rewarding. You might even be seen, for some of you, this could be seen like locally or online or something of that sort. For some of you, it's going to be a visibility thing. There's something about being seen or looked up to. Okay, whatever progress you've made, whatever milestone you reach, it's something that's going to be of value. It's something that's going to be honorable. Okay, it's something that other people are going to see as a good position, as a good standing. Okay, or it's going to give you a good standing or a good position. There's something very, this is an awesome reading. I'm glad that I sat down and decided to do a reading. This is something that's very powerful, very rewarding, a big relief, weight off your shoulders, weight off of your chest, a sigh of relief is what I get from this. And it's well deserved as well. This is very well deserved. You've empowered yourself through something that really shook your world and broke you down, no matter how recent or long ago it was. It was something with all those cards relating to the past. I feel like this is something of the past. It just, I don't know how recent, right? It was through pain and burden and something like completely tearing down your view of the world as it is, completely deconstructing what you had that you thought was once stable, like through destruction, through chaos, through pain, through betrayal, through heartbreak. You have alchemized all of that into great personal power, manifestation, self-discipline, fruits, okay? Whoever you are, thank you for tapping in. Thank you for allowing me to tap into your energy today, because it's very, very powerful. I almost want to cry. Okay. Whenever this happens, whenever you get whatever this unexpected sudden reward is, it might make you feel like happy tears. Like there's something, this sigh of relief. It might come out physically. Like there might be a physical release to whatever this is, because it's long awaited and absolutely deserved. Dignity. Yeah. Respect. You've had a respect for yourself. Broke. You came from somewhere broke. You came from you came from somewhere broke. And that doesn't have to be like, by that, it could be financially, right? But you came from a space that maybe you were financially, maybe you were in debt, or maybe you were in the dumps. Maybe you were very sad. Maybe you weren't spiritually connected. Maybe you were disconnected from others. You were disconnected from yourself, from spirit. You didn't have the greatest financial situation or home situation. You've transformed. It's like you've transformed all of it into connection with spirit, connection with the self, connection with others. Okay, the all card, all three cords. Yeah, you've pulled from all sorts of painful situations and really transformed yourself into someone very powerful, very inspiring, very controlled and disciplined. It's fucking awesome. It's really fucking awesome. Wash your hands, danger. Yeah, you removed yourself from something that was not respectful of you. You removed yourself from something that was not understanding of you, misunderstanding. The novice card, okay. The novice card in transmutation, where there was misunderstandings, where there was pain, where there was betrayal, where there was destruction. You've completely revitalized something, renewed something, turned something around. Okay, you've transmuted something that was broken. Okay, broken. This is of the spirit. That could have been reflected outwardly. You could have had a broken home or a or, you know, maybe you were very poor. Again, doesn't have to be. It only take what resonates, right? But you came from that space into the space where you're connected with everything, with yourself, with others. You have finances, you have stability and structure. Like you went from broke, which is a lack of stability and structure. It's like this tower card, into something very substantial, into something, and you grew this by yourself. You grew this by yourself. Expansion. Okay, something is expanding. As I said, I saw that. I had seen in the Lover's card. This was because of some sort of choice. Okay, you made some sort of choice in the past to grow, to remove yourself from a situation, and to grow, to expand, to evolve, and okay. Ample evidence. There's ample evidence, whether here right now or about to be. There is ample evidence. This is something you've created. Wow, you grew this by yourself. Like you got your hands dirty on whatever this is, especially internally. You did a lot of internal hard work here. This is fucking awesome. 921 and expansion again. 921 is my card of being on the right path, okay? So even if there were trials and tribulations, even if there were burdens or blockages, even if there was pain or heartbreak or betrayal, any of these kinds of things, it's like you overcame. You overcame with the King of Swords strength card and the Six of Wands. You triumphed over whatever it was. You stopped letting things trigger you. You stopped letting things get you down in the dumps. You stopped letting the world break you. And you stopped breaking yourself as well. And you transformed all of that heavy, dense energy into something very light, uplifting, expansive, okay? You're on the right track. Even if you got off track at any points, it's like you always got back up and brushed yourself right back off. Even if it felt like you were about to drop to your fucking knees, it's like you really channeled into your personal power and your connection with spirit as well, and allowed that to fuel you. You fueled yourself through spirit, and you are being rewarded. Okay, you are on the right path. Everything is coming in at just the right time.